Very interesting details are emerging as to what might have transpired yesterday that led Parliament into passing an impeachment motion against Mithika Linturi. Let's have a look on how Parliament voted yesterday. That this House approves the proposed dismissal of the Cabinet Secretary for Agriculture, Honorable Mithika Linturi. Those who voted for him to be impeached, 149. Those who voted for him not to be impeached, 36. Those who abstained are 3. So you are seeing that a whopping majority, 149 members of parliament, voted for him to be dismissed. Only 36 defended him. And from those numbers, it's very clear that Kenya Kwanza members of parliament joined hands with their opposition counterparts into voting to dismiss Mithika Linturi. And we know Kenya Kwanza is mainly a KALENJIN and a mountain affair. So it's clear KALENJIN members of parliament and their counterparts from the mountain clearly betrayed William Ruto and Mithika Linturi. And I'm saying that because if William Ruto wanted Mithika Linturi to step aside, William Ruto could have ordered him long time ago to step aside. Now that Mithika is still the CS for agriculture, that confirms Ruto is determined for him to stay. I want us to dig deep into this for Kenyans to understand the games being played here and what might have transpired. Let's have a look at a post by Gabriel Oguda. Gabriel Oguda, the Star today, hapo page 7, are saying that yesterday, when Rift Valley Order MPs were told to run to the chambers to help their Mount Kenya counterparts support Mithika Linturi on the floor of the House, the Rift Valley MPs said they were still busy reading the Bible and seeking divine intervention on the floods and other plagues currently ravaging the country. They left the Mount Kenya MPs led by Majority Leader Kimani Ichung'wah to run their mouths in support of Mithika Linturi, knowing every blade of grass on the government side was covered. And when the division bell was rung like this, for everyone to leave their offices and run to the chambers to vote, the Rift Valley MPs took off like a rocket, leaving their Bibles floating in the air, arriving in the chamber sweating from the 100-meter sprint. They calmly took their seats as the Mount Kenya MPs clapped, thinking help had finally arrived, only for the digital voting board to show them what Onyango One Touch saw at number Okana in 1906. Halftime at the government's shareholder stadium along Hatupangwingwi Road, Kongoi FC 3, Tugege Wanderers 1. Oguda is trying to refer to what the Star newspaper reported today, only that he's trying to make it hilarious. But the message is trying to pass out is that Kenya Kwanza leaders from the mountain reached out to their counterparts from the KALENJIN nation. But even with all that, things went south. I want us to put all this into perspective for Kenyans to understand what's going on here. If you are watching us but you have not yet subscribed, subscribe, give this video a like. Let's proceed. Yes, what's happening here? Are the Kenya Kwanza members of parliament who have proved that impeachment motion, should they be taken seriously? And why did they approve that motion? These Kenya Kwanza members of parliament, they should not be taken seriously. I'm seeing eventually, when push comes to a shove, they will be mobilized, they will be bought to save Mithika Linturi. It's still a long process. They can be compromised or mobilized or bought even at the committee stage. Because we know upon the committee being formed, it will do its investigation and then report back to Parliament. So it's still a long process, and these MPs, in my honest opinion, will still be mobilized, be compromised, be bought to defend Mithika Linturi. And just as I've said, if William Ruto wanted Mithika Linturi to step aside, he could have ordered him to step aside. But now that he has not ordered him to step aside, William Ruto is determined to save Mithika Linturi. So why did these KALENJIN members of parliament and their counterparts from the mountain vote for this impeachment process to send Mithika home? These members of parliament are out to make money from this impeachment process. They were sending a very strong message to William Ruto that parliament is very hostile to Mithika Linturi. That's the message they were sending to Ruto. And now that Ruto wants Mithika Linturi to stay, I'm seeing a William Ruto who will most definitely use resources to compromise these members of parliament. And these members of parliament, they know that eventually money will exchange hands for them to save Linturi. They voted to approve that motion, not that they love the people or not that they care about integrity, but they did that just to make money. And that was an excellent move by these MPs because it's now very clear that the government will use money into saving Mithika Linturi. And even Linturi himself will be forced to dig deeper into his pockets. That's what I can see from all these, ladies and gentlemen. Let me stop it there. If you are watching us but you have not yet subscribed, subscribe, give the video a like. Any other person watching us outside Kenya, drop a comment, let us know from which part of the globe you are watching us from. If possible, subscribe, give the video a like. And even before I forget, let me also say this. We know that nothing happens in this government without William Ruto's approval. And in most occasions, we've seen decisions coming from State House. And the recent one being when schools' opening dates were being changed. We were told what happened and how State House kept Education CS waiting until last minute. So this fake fertilizer deal, State House knew about it very, very well. So we can as well conclude this is a scam that originated from State House. Let's meet in our next analysis.